Hello everyone, this is me, Louie. I just want to remind you that this video is not made for kids, it's for older fans of Thomas the Tank Engine. Anyways, enjoy the fucking video.
One morning at the quarry, Skarloey puffed in to find a blue tender engine just like Duke. Hello there, what's your name?
I'm Rhett. I'm new here. I used to work on the Mid-Soda Railway.
Well, I hope you will work hard and be really useful. Rhett did work hard, but he was also quite a foolish engine, and did like to play around, much to Skarloey's annoyance. You need to stop bumping the trucks and stop being foolish, Rhett.
I'm sorry, Skarloey. I just got excited, that's all.
Rhett was determined to become a better engine. However, something unexpected happened later that day. Skarloey was shunting at the bottom of the incline. However, his chain was tangled in the truck behind him. The workman at the top of the winch did not realize this, and the winch was pulling Skarloey up. Skarloey tried calling out to the workers, but the machines up there were so loud that they couldn't hear him. Rhett noticed this and raced to the rescue. He went up to Skarloey and his driver coupled him up. Rhett put his brakes on while the driver dashed up the hill to alert the workmen. The winch was stopped before it could pull them up. That evening, Skarloey congratulated Rhett for his bravery. Well, that was very brave and clever of you, Rhett. Definitely not foolish at all. Hopefully, you will be around to save the day next time. Rhett hoped that there wouldn't be a next time. Renee woke up to excitement. He was going to take a special enthusiast train along with another engine taking the brake van special. He went over to the yard to find out that Jamie, the goods diesel, was the one to take the brake van special. Are you ready for today? Yes, but you'll have to wait up. I'm not the fastest diesel on the roster. At Croven's gate, both engines were at the platform. Renee's with the enthusiast and Jamie with the brake van special. Both engines couldn't wait. Renee was excited to start his journey. The guard's whistle blew, and Renee puffed out of the station. However, Jamie's engine was acting up, which left him crawling out of the station. He called out to Renee and the enthusiasts. Hang on! Wait up, lads! Renee was already out of sight. He was too excited that he forgot about Jamie. He was resting at the first station when Jamie came up behind him, all worn out. Renee then remembered.
Oh dear, I'm sorry, Jamie. I was so excited that I forgot about waiting for you. It's alright, Renee. The passengers in the brake van thought it was a great joke. They quite enjoyed the little chase we had.
Renee couldn't help but laugh. Louie is the hard-working engine who works at the slate quarry. He is Sir Handel's brother. They enjoy each other's company, but sometimes they like to see which one of the two is the better engine. One morning they were having the same old discussion. It's hard to call yourself better when I am the most important engine on the line. Oh, is that so? At least I don't complain when doing the grubby heavy freight work. Bah! At least I'm not afraid of pulling coaches. Hey, I'm not afraid. Those coaches are just horrid. They always scowl at me for my appearance. Well, to be fair, the coaches are quite rude. Then Sir Handel got an idea. He explained it to Louie, who couldn't wait to get started. They sneaked off to the coach yard, making sure none of the other engines or the fin controller was around. they coupled up to a long line of heavy, old and dirty trucks and put them on the points leading to the coaches. The coaches were furious.
How dare this rude, pompous engine and that pile of dirty scrap treat us like this?
Well, maybe you shouldn't make the journeys difficult for my brother. And maybe you shouldn't make fun of my brother for his appearance. The two falcons left the yard, feeling very pleased with themselves. They don't always get along, but when you mess with them, they will give you what for. Jensen believes he is the strongest engine on the railway. One day, he was to take a heavy train of machine parts up into the mountains. Peter Sam rolled up beside him.
That looks pretty heavy, Jensen. You may need some help going uphill.
Oh, Peter Sam, you think you can boss me around just because you've got your diesel ejector? I know I'm stronger than you any day of the week.
Well, bossing you around was not my intention.
But before Peter Sam could finish, Jensen had already puffed away with the heavy goods. Peter Sam decided to ignore what just happened and went to collect his coaches. Meanwhile, Jensen came to a hill on the line. He charged towards it, thinking he could pull the heavy train up with ease. But the weight of the freight was pulling him back.
Oh, this blasted hill, it's too steep.
All Jensen could do now was wait. Soon, Peter Sam came with his passenger train and saw Jensen at the hill.
Well, it looks like you're not so strong after all. But thankfully, I have my special funnel, which makes me puff better, so I'll help you up the hill.
And with that, Peter Sam and Jensen climbed up the hill with their trains. Jensen didn't want to admit it, but he thought Peter Sam's special funnel was quite useful indeed. One day, Angelo the tram engine was to take some milk tankers from Crovan's Gate to Skarloey station. However, he wasn't used to pulling trucks, so another engine was going to help him with the load. Rusty was the only engine available, so he had to help Angelo. Angelo was going to be at the front and Rusty was going to be at the back.
My name's Rusty. Now, Angelo, you're not experienced with trucks, so you must follow my instructions.
Alright, I will do, Rusty. Then, they set off for Skarloey station. The journey started out smoothly.
Is everything under control, Angelo?
Yes, everything's fine. Rusty had his doubts, but decided to not say anything. Soon, they were approaching a junction. One line went directly to Skarloey, and another was a long way that went along a cliffside. Angelo saw a construction sign on the track that was the quickest route. Hey, Rusty, I think we should take the rocky way.
No, Angelo, it's too dangerous. The tracks are too close to the cliff.
Before Angelo could inform Rusty about the danger, they went down the track. The rails were bumpy and needed to be replaced. Before they could go back, it was too late. Rusty had came off the rails due to going too fast on the bumpy track. Thankfully, the train and Angelo were still on the rails. Angelo went carefully to get the crane. When he came back, he chuckled. Well, Rusty, I thought you were always the sensible and careful engine, but today you made the wrong decision. Rusty now learned that even an engine as careful as he is can make the wrong choices sometimes. Duncan is the most bad-tempered engine on the railway. Most engines try to ignore him or talk sense into him, but Sonic just made things worse. Duncan was assigned to take tar tankers and was refusing to. Sonic was very cross at him.
Duncan, if you don't get to work, you stupid engine, I will push you out of the shed myself.
Oh, go ahead. I'd like to see you try, you weakling.
Duncan puffed out of the sheds, trying to get away from Sonic, but Sonic wouldn't leave him alone. Soon, they approached the shunting yard. Duncan was cornered in a siding with a brick wall behind it. Sonic was about to give Duncan what for.
If you won't change your attitude, I'll make you.
He lunged forward towards Duncan, but Duncan quickly switched onto the other line. Sonic crashed through the wall, leaving him in quite a state.
Oh, the thing controller isn't gonna be happy.
Later, Sonic was put on a flatbed, and the Think controller had some stern words for them.
You have both been very naughty today. Duncan, you should know by now that you need to do the work that's assigned to you. And Sonic, you shouldn't try to bash other engines that won't cooperate.
It goes to show that when you try to fix the situation, it can lead to it being much worse.